Hey y'all, I've missed you guys so much, but I'm back. I'm in the studio doing resiny things, and this is the first, well, I guess this is now the second one that I've really done and edited a video down for by now. I wanted to show you guys this charcuterie board with a floral inlay that I did. Ooh, ah. It's got some texture to it, but it is decorative only, so I'm not mad about it. I think it looks amazing with this black resin, and I want to know what you guys think. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you like the video, and we'll be back live soon. But till then, here is a close-up of what I'm about to show you guys how to make. I hope you enjoy. I also have a blog on my website, artistilldeath.com, that also tells the process of making something with a flat inlay of flowers. And I hope you guys take a second to check it out. Anyways, first thing I did is took one of the charcuterie boards from our website, artistilldeath.com, dusted it off, and painted the inlay area black with just an acrylic black paint. And then I took some black ink. I'm pretty sure any kind of ink will do. I know it's water-based, but we're going to fully dry this, so it'll be fine. So I spritzed the surface first, just so that where I put the ink, it wouldn't just immediately soak in and leave a dark mark there. It allows me to blend it out a little bit. I didn't use too much water, just a little bit to get the flow going. I didn't want to saturate it. That would be bad. And then after it dried a little bit, I went back in with the same ink and water mixture that I had and added some darker areas, some splatters, touched up areas that I wasn't pumped with, and did the sides. And then I took a heat gun because I have no patience, and I dried the edges and the top. The main thing I wanted to do was dry the inlay area. So as soon as that was dry, we moved on to making it sticky. My standard tack from APS Studios I am out of, so I'm using a gilding size, and it didn't stick as well as I thought it would. So what you can do instead is to take some resin. I would use a quick curing UV resin and just put a little skim on the bottom and wait for that to tack up. And then as soon as it's like cold honey tacky, start laying in your flowers. However, I would also, if this is the first time doing something like this, I would recommend doing a layout on the side, just to be sure, because once you put a dried flower in resin and try to pick it back up, now you have flower confetti, and it's just not conducive. So what I usually do is I'll cut a piece of felt that's the shape of the inlay that I'm working on, and then put it to the side, and I'll do my layout on it so that I have the parameters of what I'm going to be filling, as well as it won't let, like, if someone walks by really fast, it won't like blow all of my flowers everywhere. So that is what I typically do. I didn't have any felt, so we went just by eyesight. And so I'm going to tell you guys kind of my thought process on layout for arrangements for a flatter floral inlay piece like this. These flowers all came off of either Amazon or something similar, some online, not very expensive place. If you try flowers from Temu or something like that, I would recommend trying to like spray seal them first, because I have used ones from there that were dyed, and the dye ended up getting kind of melted into my resin. Sorry about all the ruckus. My windows are open. So when I do my layout, I start with picking a color palette. And for this one, obviously, I went with black, white, some copper, and the red. So I also, I really love doing like dried fruit inlay with my florals. This one happened to accidentally, from the last class I taught on this subject, have some copper leaf stuck to it, and I thought that was a great pop of metallic that wasn't overbearing. So what I'm doing is, since I didn't use a skim layer of resin, is I'm just putting a dabble of hot glue to make it stick to where I want it to. The thing about hot glue is the strings will get in the way if you aren't careful. So that's why you'll see me do a little circle after I put the hot glue on, so that I don't have the little strings. And so what I'm doing is creating kind of an asymmetrical but full bouquet or arrangement. Bowie says hi, and it made me jump a little bit. And what I'm doing is kind of working the flowers up under and weaving them through each other so it doesn't look like flat flowers on top of flat flowers. It has kind of some motion to it. Sorry about my hair in the way. And what that is going to do is give you some depth, even if you don't lay your flowers out in layers. So if you wanted to, you could do resin flowers, resin flowers, resin flowers. If you had a thicker like substrate, I think this is like a half inch or less thick. And so you really have to be mindful of how thick your flowers are that you're laying into it. The other downside of using just a dot of hot glue to stick it down is that air bubbles can get trapped under the petals on the sides. So be mindful of that if you don't use the resin skim layer method. I added just a squirt of the Onyx gel tint from Color Passion. Sorry about that. I absolutely love it. It's always transparent, but it's got a great depth of tone. It's very rich, and so it can get overboard, and so I accidentally added just a little too much on this one. So I will be adding some clear to kind of push out the dark. Every time I come back into screen, I'm adding a little bit more of the dark resin so that it's kind of building some depth, and I'm putting it over a little bit of the flowers, knowing that I'm coming back in with the clear in the center to billow and push out from the center the clear into the dark resin. I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds confusing, but essentially I wanted it to have like that vignette effect around my flowers. And so to do that, I'm layering dark on the outside and clear on the inside, you know, in sections so that it doesn't kind of blow the clear all the way out to the edge, and it doesn't bring the dark all the way in from the edge. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, leave me a comment. I'm happy to go further into that. But I love this process. The dark gives it such a new, elegant layer to it. This is while it's in the dust-free zone, drying, curing. I think it looks so rich. And this is after curing, and I cannot even tell you how many compliments I get on pieces like this. That transparent black resin, making it look like flowers are coming up from the deep, is just chef's kiss, elegant, priceless. And so before I sell this, I will oil all the wood and make all of this look like it should and be properly sealed in, because right now it is just raw wood. It's not sealed with anything. All it has on it is the ink mixture that we did, so that will have to be done before we sell it. But as you can see, out here I have a flash, so I'm hoping you can see it. That is a billow of dark resin. Then we got some billowing over here on these edges, so it looks rippled. I love it. I love it so much. I love the little pop of copper to bring the color out. And I don't know, sorry about my smudge here, but you can see it also here outside of the smudge, that like swoosh of dark. I love it. I can't get enough of it, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. Do you prefer clear resin, or is dark resin okay? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to get the resin I use, which is Stone Coat Art Coat, you can get it from my website, artisttilldeath.com, or you can also get it from Stone Coat directly. Use code YALL, Y-A-L-L, all caps, no punctuation, to get a discount from stonecoatcountertops.com. You can use code ATD on my website to get a 5% off discount code. And yeah, this board is the rectangle charcuterie board, and the black gel tint is from Color Passion. It is the color Onyx. So anyways, I hope you guys had an amazing time watching this. I had an amazing time making it. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. And until the next one, we'll see you guys there. Be kind to one another, because you never know what someone's going through. And always remember that we do the test so you don't have to. See you guys. Bye.